Alright guys, what's up? It's JDawgs here, and we're back for another JDawgs vlogs, and yeah, I know you guys were expecting the house tour today. This is probably going to be going up very late today. Unfortunately, I was not able to get it done. I have been working hard on trying to get things set up and get things cleaned and situated and everything, but I have some issues as to why I haven't been able to do that, and there go the dogs, of course. But first things first, I want to talk about the big dinosaur in the room that everybody's talking about, I guess you could say. And that is Microsoft buys Mojang for $2.5 billion. And, of course, I have to talk about it. You know, it's something that you just got to talk about. I think right now it's too early to speculate what could happen with that. To be honest, I think it could make for good things and it could make for bad things both ways, depending on how Microsoft chooses to handle it. A quote here was saying that the founders, Notch, Carl, and Jacob, are the ones that are going to be leaving right away. And basically it's because they still plan to work on stuff, but and I'm going to quote from Notch's personal website here. He says at the very end of his blog, he says it's not about the money, it's about his sanity, and basically that means he did not intend for Mojang and or Minecraft to get as big as it did, and so for him to try to deal with something like this, he didn't plan on having to try to deal with that. And he says here, in one sense it belongs to Minecraft now. In a much bigger sense, it's belonged to all of you for a long time, and that will never change. Speaking of the people that own Minecraft and play Minecraft and everything else. And I believe that's true. And he also says that they've been working with Microsoft since like 2011, I believe they said. Here, let me check my other link here that I've got. 2012. So yeah, they've worked with Microsoft since 2012, doing things here and there. And the leader of Xbox, the head of Xbox, even stated that they still plan on doing things and making things available to everybody, and they don't want to crush the community or anything like that. They want to make it active. They enjoy the community just as much as everybody else does. And so, in my opinion, I think it's too early to speculate as to what could happen with Microsoft and Minecraft together, with them being bought. Small little tip I want to touch on, and that is with Bucket, and that is because our server, our Spiritcraft server, does run on Bucket. Dinnerbone himself stated that Mojang does own Bucket. Therefore, now Microsoft owns Bucket because they own Mojang. And so I believe that there is a possibility of good things. There's a possibility of bad things coming out of that. In my opinion, I think they could be good. Dinnerbone was... I can quote him from his Twitter. He said that since they own it, he said he himself will personally be updating Bucket. So I haven't seen anything contradicting that, so I still think it's going to be eventually updated. Is it updated yet? No. There's still in some other problems that Bucket themselves have been personally going through, which I'm not going to get into here. I just wanted to touch on the fact, of course, like everybody is talking about, with Mojang being bought by Microsoft. So I thought that was pretty cool. I also want to touch on something else now. I'm going to switch subjects here to why I haven't been able to do the house tour and the problems with that right now. I recently had, I guess you could call it, surgery on my foot, on the heel of my foot, where they had to get an infection that was in there out of my foot by putting acid on the bottom of my foot. And yes, it was very painful. They put a few drops on the first time to let it soak in, and I actually had to have like a freezing treatment with... No, I can't remember the name of it right now. But they put a stuff on...
It's kind of like the ice.
Yeah, it's a really cold type. I can't remember the name right now. You guys are going to tell me, oh, it's this. I know you're going to say that, but basically it was a cryogenic type of freezing to my foot to help get the infection out of my foot, which originated, I don't know where. They said it could have came from anything, but the whole thing behind it is I had that done, which burned really bad. Like, you guys have no clue. It burned really, really bad. And then I went to see a professional foot doctor where they said, yes, this is the infection, upon where the lady decided to just take a scalpel and cut a chunk off my foot. And that was really painful. So I've been dealing with that, and it was really hard to walk for well over 2 weeks. I went back into the doctor just recently, and she says, good news, we've got a good chunk of the infection out, but there's still a little bit left, so we have to get another treatment done. So what does she do? She cuts off the healed part of the callus that is dead, but it had, part of the infection, and roughly the size of a $50 and just as thick. And so that was done, made my foot wide open again to infections, or not to infections, but to being pain and stinging really bad and hard to walk on. So that's what I'm dealing with now. It's starting to heal up again. Unfortunately, since she did a treatment this last time, she says that she might do one more treatment the next time I go in after this heals up. So I'm not looking forward to that. But that's a big part of the reason I haven't been able to do the house tour, is because I can barely walk. So that's a downside to that. But on the flip side, I can say that I do still plan on doing it. I do still plan on getting things done. I do still plan on doing the milkshake challenge. And mind you, I've got the blender, I've got the supplies, it's sitting over here on my counter. I have everything to do it, and that is not something where I have to actually walk around and do anything. I just set the camera up and record, and we do it. So I can even sit down at the table if I want to. So I don't see that as being a big problem. I actually plan on shooting that probably tomorrow or the next day. This is going to go out late. This is going to go out late Monday night, so it'll probably be tomorrow that I shoot it, and then it'll be up next Monday, because I'll have to, do a bunch of editing and stuff. I've never done a video like that before, so I'm sure it's going to have a lot of editing. Plus, my camera here only shoots like 20 minutes at a time, and I figure it's going to take longer to record, but then I can chop it up. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But I wanted to touch on that too, and talk to you guys about that, as to why we haven't gotten the house tour yet. And I do still plan on getting it done. I've been working, cleaning things up, getting things situated, making things look nice. Because, of course, I don't want to show you guys my house, or, well, my room, because we live with my parents still. So I don't want to show you guys, my living quarters where I'm at, and have it be all dirty and everything like I'm some slob. So, but I've been working on, Wish has been working hard too, trying to get things cleaned up and everything. And on top of that, we've got a bunch of different things we've been trying to take care of. So hopefully, I'm going to say next week will probably be the milkshake challenge. And then the following week will be the house tour. So I'm going to try to get both of them up this month still. But with me not being able to walk very easily, definitely the milkshake challenge will be up. I'm going to try my hardest to get the house tour up, even if there's a little bit of hobbling of me trying to walk around with the camera. Well, and that too, I can have Wish help me walk around and do some shots and things like that. So, but I'm going to get situated here. But what I wanted to talk about basically is those couple things, and I also wanted to talk about the server a little bit and the future of my channel and things like that. There may be some changes coming up to how videos are done. I'm going to try to do more collaborations with people, because we have Vanilla and we have B-Team, but I want to focus on where I try to do a little something with each person from the server that's active. And so with people that are wanting to do it, we actually may be having some others starting YouTube channels possibly, or even getting into different parts where we can do more videos together basically, because I want to be able to show more of what's going on with the server and everything else. And so with that is going to come different changes, more information, and basically all the information you guys are going to need is going to be in these vlogs whenever it comes out. One thing that I am working on is possibly something to do with Reddit. If you guys are interested in that, I know a lot of people do Reddit nowadays. I don't personally do Reddit, but I know a lot of people do, and so that's going to be something that we're going to be looking forward to and possibly setting up. If you guys are into that more, Also, I was thinking about possibly doing something where maybe a community Spiritcraft channel where we do things together and put it on there, maybe? I don't know. I wouldn't want to do a separate channel. I think we'll probably just stick with each person having their individual channel, and then maybe where maybe the Reddit page will have everybody listed there so you guys can find people easier there. But it's not set up by any means yet. I haven't done much with it. I just basically created it the other day, and I'm personally learning Reddit still because I don't know much about it. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of information as to what's going on with everything and videos, and fill you in on a little bit of stuff that I had heard through the news and things like that. I know everybody's said their piece on, like I said, on the Microsoft and Mojang thing, and I think it's cool. I think it's going to be good for the game overall. It could be bad, it could be good, and like I said, it's too early to speculate on that. But as far as me, I'm going to continue making my videos like I always do. Whatever happens with Minecraft is going to happen no matter what we do about it. But I do think that good things are going to come out of this eventually. I think they definitely have the kind of money they can put into making the game better, and we're not going to know, basically like everybody else has said, we're not going to know until the next update comes out for Minecraft, basically. And when that does come out, you know, we're going to see what they're going to do with the game. As far as everybody else has talked about, you know, what about PlayStation? Are they going to carry it? What's going to happen? That's just basically going to be up to the other places, whether they want to keep it or not. Of course, Xbox will carry it because Xbox is owned by Microsoft, but and it'll always be on PC in my opinion. But will it be on PlayStation and other things like that? Only the future is going to tell on that. So I think that's about it, guys, of what I wanted to cover. Also, I do want to touch on Patreon stuff. Patreon has been going great. I enjoy the support you guys have been giving through Patreon. We did have a few people that had to back out on some stuff, but they've also told me personally that eventually they're going to try to get back to where they're donating again, so that is helpful. Currently, we're sitting at 7 patrons at a total of $42 a month. And I do want to speak on something real quick, and that is the whole $50 going ad-free. We hit that goal. Whether it goes down a little bit or not is not going to affect me. I will always still stay ad-free on YouTube. You may notice that over on Twitch, I don't have music quite as much anymore. I'm looking for more royalty-free music, which I have found, and hopefully it'll be back soon. But they were muting a lot of my streams, so if you guys saw that, that was because they found or heard or thought there was copyright music, and so they had to mute my stream. So if I don't have music for a while, that's why, and if I do get music, I'm going to try to make sure it's going to be royalty-free kind of stuff, to where they won't flag me and mute me for it. So on that note, I think that's the end of the video, guys. As always, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it. It really does help me out. And share it with your friends, tell all your buddies, and if you have comments, suggestions, criticism, leave it in the section down below. I do enjoy hearing from you guys and any comments and like that you guys have. And of course, if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And on that note, I think that's it, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace out.